Hey team, good morning. It is April the 3rd, which seems kind of crazy. But here we are in the month of April, and I just wanted to check in about a few things kind of as we start to set up the end of the year. This is the last leg. We are well into the last 25% of your freshman year, and it feels like just yesterday that we were welcoming you in here. Tonight, we actually have 8th grade parents coming to visit us. And so the reality that you guys are much more 10th graders now than you are ninth graders, and the idea that we're bringing in the newbies is becoming a real thing. And so I just wanted to check in with you about how we finish the year and what needs to happen between now and then. So again, it's April the 3rd, and we have testing starting in the next week or so. And if you remember from last semester, that changes our schedule quite a bit. Some classes are really long, others are kind of short. They're out of order. It's a kind of a chaotic time when you throw in senior activities as we get them ready for graduation. And then just all the other things that happen in the course of a school day. It's a very busy month. And what I'm here to tell you is that April is a long month, but it goes by really quickly because all of a sudden time is dwindling fast. And so you've really got to think about if you're waiting to see the light, to have some miracle for your grades, well, consider this the light. It's here. You don't have much more time to get your grades made up. It's not reasonable for us to ask teachers to take work that you didn't do in February at this point. If they do, it's just because they are nice people sometimes, and they might do that for you, but that is not our expectation for them to do that. So if you're waiting to get to have an 11th hour comeback, if you're that underdog that wants to make a big comeback, don't do that with your grades. It's too big of a gamble. As we start to think about finalizing your GPAs for the year, this is the one that you're going to carry into sophomore year, and it's going to influence when you pick your upper house next semester. You'll start working on that next fall, getting ready to pick your upper house, and so you want to be in the best position possible, and so your GPA is the biggest number that we consider when we are ranking people and who's getting their first choice and who isn't. So you're competing with the people next to you. You need that GPA as high as possible. The thing that drives me nuts, and I've told you this before, is that I'll have kids that will take an 82 in a class when they could have easily pushed just a little harder and made an 85 and gotten that B and that extra point on the GPA. You miss 2 or 3 points doing that, where I'm just going to I'm going to chill and take a C. You've really hosed yourself because there's a lot of other people getting a B. And so they're going to be the ones that are in line for the bigger scholarships. They're going to be the ones getting into the schools you might want to get into. If they're being recruited for athletic reasons, they're the ones that are going to get the spots because their coaches are going to know that they're teachable. So as you think about, do you want to coast into the end of the semester, or do you want to push a little bit harder? This is really the time we got to push. This is the last leg of the race. You're about to get a long break, so we're going to push here in these next few weeks to really get that taken care of. One other thing I want to let you know about, coming up on May the 11th, we have Freshman Fun Day. And it's a great day that we plan every year, and it's just a way to celebrate people who have done it right for this school year. And so what we end up doing is in the morning, we're usually inside. We've got movies, video game rooms, chill rooms. We do a lot of different things here inside, and then we go outside. We've got a cookout lunch that we provide. And then in the afternoon, we have all kinds of outdoor games. We'll throw a football around, play a little volleyball, some silly games and things like that. And there's also a dunk tank. And yes, I will be in the dunk tank, and I'm excited. Can't you tell? Like, this is my happy face. I'll be in the dunk tank. Several of your teachers will be in the dunk tank. So if you're looking to get me back for all the times I've told you to take your hood off, or all the times that I've chased you down the hall or yelled in your ear that you've got 15 seconds, this would be your opportunity. Freshman Fun Day. You are welcome to come and enjoy making me uncomfortable in a dunk booth. So that's that. Here's what you have to do to be able to go to Freshman Fun Day. To go to Freshman Fun Day, you have to be passing all of your classes by April 30th. That's the cutoff. So if on May 1st you're all of a sudden passing, sorry, the deadline is April 30th. And so you've got to make sure your teachers have time to get that work graded. Don't hand them something at 2 o'clock on April 30th and be like, well, I'm passing now, I get to go. That's not fair to your teachers. The fact that you didn't turn something in early is not an emergency on their part. If they don't get it in, they're human. So you can't complain about that. You've got to give them time to get that graded. That's only fair to them and the fact that they have lives too. So you got to be passing by April 30th. The other thing is related to discipline. And it's a pretty high standard. We figure you're freshmen, but you're practically sophomores. You're not the babies you were when you walked in here in the fall, and you know what to do. You know what the expectations for you are. And so the standard that we have set is that you cannot have more than 2 discipline-related incidents. Okay, so you can't have more than 2 either RLC, blocks in ISS, write-ups. If you have more than 2 in between now and the event, you will be disqualified from attending. If you're suspended out of school, you're done. If you have an out-of-school suspension from this point forward, you are not eligible. So let's say next week you got RLC for something you did, and then a week later you go into ISS for sweeps, and then the week after that you got swept again. You're not going to be eligible to go. So we're going to be pulling all that data. Write-ups count, so we don't want any more than 2. You can mess up once. You can mess up twice. But if we get into more than that, you're not going to be eligible to go. And so the reason the standard is high is because it needs to be. Again, like I said, you're not the little kids you were when you walked in here acting like you didn't know what was going on. You do now. You know the expectations for dress code. You know the expectations for being on time to class. You know the expectations for behavior in class. It's a concern if we have freshmen still getting put out of classes at this point in the year. That's a maturity thing. It means maybe we haven't quite found it yet. So take care of your business in the classroom, and your teachers are going to help you along the way with that. Main thing is get those grades up. We can help you with that. If you have concerns or anything you want to talk about, our offices are always open to you. You're the reason we're here. Super just excited to see kind of the end of the year with you guys. It's been a really fun freshman year. I'm hoping we get grades pulled up. Our grades, you all are not as academically doing as well as the class of 2020 did. So I'd like to see y'all get those grades up and be a little more competitive with them. But that's what I'm hoping for the end of the year. So again, our doors are open. Bear with us as we go through these next few weeks. And graduation will be here in no time. Once graduation happens, we send the seniors out. We welcome you guys as the new 10th grade class. And so that's a pretty big deal. Congrats on making it this far in your freshman year. Have a great day.